Superman is finally here, my most anticipated movie of the year, and basically the start to the DCU. This movie had a lot on its shoulders. Did it deliver? Absolutely. James Gunn did it. He did it. He brought Superman back for the first project in the DCU. He absolutely delivered. David Corenswet is Superman. You can see why he was casted in the role because he is Superman. He plays the role of Superman as if he is actually Superman in real life. There's a reason why he was casted as Superman, and for the DCU Superman, he's going to do a great job at holding that mantle of this universe's Superman. We have gotten plenty of Superman adaptations throughout the years, but Corenswet still brings his own version to the character while still representing Superman. And same thing goes for every character in this film. Lois Lane, Lex Luthor, and even the side characters such as Guy Gardner, Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific. They all are great characters. This Lex Luthor, Nicholas Hoult, is easily my favorite Lex Luthor we have gotten in any of these adaptations of Superman. Same thing goes for Lois Lane. These two characters are my favorite characters of any of these Superman adaptations. And when we do get to the side characters such as Hawkgirl, Mr. Terrific, and Guy Gardner, boy, would this movie not be the same without them in here. These characters need to be in this movie because they delivered some of my favorite moments from the movie, especially Guy Gardner, who I was not expecting to be as funny as he was, but walking out, he was one of my favorite characters of the film. A lot of these characters are now the characters of the DCU. 15 years from now, when kids grow up on the DCU, like most people did with the MCU, they're going to now associate these actors with these characters, which is completely fine because these actors match the characters perfectly and play them perfectly, that they deserve to be the face of these characters in this new universe. I fell in love with every single character and I can't wait to see them again in future projects. James Gunn knew what this movie needed to accomplish. It was the start to DCU essentially. It needs to establish the rules of the universe, just how the universe will function, and just introduce us to the world. Because Creature Commandos was technically the first project. Well, if you want to get technical, the Suicide Squad was technically the first project. But the Superman is officially the first movie of the universe where it needs to lay out all the ground rules that it needs to set, and this movie delivered on it. We're thrown in right into the world of this DCU, where everything is already established. We're not taking our time to explain anything because we're in this world. This world is already existing. We're just completely thrown in there, and that's a good thing to me. It may throw some people off, but to me, just being thrown into the universe like that just shows how much everything is already set up. We don't need to set anything up because it's already existing. On that note too, we skip Superman's origin story, which is great because we all know it. We all know he's from Krypton, we all know everything that happened. We all know Superman's origin story because it's one of the most iconic origin stories. So, because we can skip all that origin story nonsense, which is another reason why we're just thrown right into the film. It feels like a third movie in the Superman franchise, just because we missed all the setup with the character, because we don't need it. Which you can appreciate for, because in this time of era, we have gotten so many superhero films that if we already know a character's origin, we don't want to see it again. We want to see something new. And James Gunn knew that, so he skipped the origin entirely and threw us directly into this world of the DCU. And we all know James Gunn always has a certain style when making comic book movies. He always has funny jokes throughout the entire thing, and a song. Guardians of the Galaxy is a good example of that. Comedy and songs thrown throughout it. When you get to Superman, James Gunn knows how to balance the humor and the serious moments. He does not want to give you a full-on comedy like Guardians of the Galaxy, but he still wants you to give that James Gunn feel. And this entire movie feels like James Gunn because he wrote it, directed it, so it should feel like James Gunn, and it absolutely does. You get jokes here and there that are extremely funny, but not like Guardians of the Galaxy. It's able to balance the humor at just the right time, so you're not just overdosing in comedy and laughter. There are a lot of great laughs out of here, but James Gunn didn't want to make the entire thing a comedy because Superman is not Guardians of the Galaxy. Yes, there are a lot of funny moments, but it's not the same dynamic as Guardians of the Galaxy, which is a good balance to have. And the songs? What songs? There's only one song in here, and James Gunn knew he did not want to throw a lot of songs in here, and so it's extremely score heavy instead. And just the one song that he did throw in here fit perfectly. James Gunn knows how to make a song fit perfectly, proven by Guardians of the Galaxy. But Superman didn't really need all that pop music in here. So it's nice just to have a score-heavy film with an absolutely great theme that is still ringing in my ears. Yes, it's a reignition of the old theme, but it's a new guitar feel to it. And it's a fantastic theme that I love. We still get everything we love about Superman, but we still get a lot of new things in here that we haven't gotten before. Krypton live action is a treat.
Say that again?
James Gunn knows exactly what the fans want and what the fans are sick of. So he knows what to deliver on everything the fans wanted and to get rid of everything they didn't want. James Gunn knew the way that this film had for being the start of the DCU, and if we're getting a DCU at all. And James Gunn absolutely delivered in my eyes, giving us the best Superman movie we have ever gotten. By the end of it, I got everything I wanted out of this movie. And I can't wait to finally see these characters again and continue to watch this DCU grow out. I think this is a 10 out of 10 film. But anyways, if you like this video, maybe leave those on the side of you too. Like, subscribe. See you guys next time. Goodbye.